Hello! So, seeing as it's about 25 days until all the first year university students move into residence, today I thought I would talk about things that you should bring to residence and things that you shouldn't bring to residence. Obviously there are huge lists that you can find on the internet. I'll put some down below of things that you should bring to school, but I thought of some things that you might not think of to bring, and then I also have some things that my friends and I all brought to university and we never used all year. So I'm going to give you about 6 things on each list and hopefully I can help everyone out. So just a disclaimer is that make sure before you move into residence and before you pack up all your stuff, you check over all the rules for your individual residence. All the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today I know is allowed in Queen's University residence, and also some of the stuff I talk about is very weather related, so if you're anywhere in Southern Ontario or anywhere, most of it will apply to everything, but if you're way down south where it's really warm all the time, or maybe up north more where it's cold all the time, then it won't apply to you. So make sure you kind of gauge where you're going to university with what my tips are. The first thing that I recommend that everyone brings is a mini fridge. So even if you have a meal plan and you plan on eating in the cafeteria all the time, it's really nice to have a mini fridge, even if you want to keep snacks like carrots or fruit or anything. I ate breakfast in my room most of the time, so I kept milk in there because I have my cereal. Mini fridge comes in handy for lots of things. They don't take up much space. You can get a small one and you can pile all sorts of stuff on top of them, so it shouldn't take up too much room in your res room. Another thing I recommend that you should definitely bring to residence is a extension cord and lots of power bars. So you're gonna find that you have tons of stuff in your room that you want to plug in, like your computer charger, your phone charger, your lamp if you bring one, desk lamp, mini fridge. So there's not very many outlets in the room, and when there are lots of outlets, they're usually behind things and you end up covering them up so you don't even have access to them. So I find that an extension cord works really well, and then having a power bar, couple power bars even, I think I had 3 in my room, so you can plug whatever you want in and you don't have to worry about having wires all over the place and having all your stuff in inconvenient places. The third thing I'd recommend everyone brings to residence is a fan. It can get really warm in those dorm rooms, and I know people that have used their fan throughout the winter months just because it gets so hot in their room. Lots of residences don't have air conditioning. I know that only 2 at Queen's do have air conditioning, so you wouldn't need a fan for them. However, if you're in any other residence besides Watts Hall and Leggett Hall, you're definitely going to want a fan. On the flip side of that, you're definitely going to want to have a warm winter jacket and boots that work well on ice. Lots of people fell this year at Queen's and broke a couple bones, so you want to have boots for the winter that will keep your feet warm and dry and also keep you on your feet. A warm jacket will also help a lot. I know a lot of people froze over the winter if you're going to be waiting for the bus to go downtown or to a different campus. Even just walking to class, if you know you're going to be walking across campus, you don't want to be walking around in a spring jacket. You're going to want a nice warm winter jacket. So this is one thing that's definitely more related to Queen's. So if you're in any of the residences besides Watts Hall and Leggett Hall, you're going to have a single bed. But you might find that if you bring your regular single sheets, they're not actually going to fit on the bed. So if you can, try and find extra long single sheets, and those will definitely fit. I brought one set of sheets that were just regular size single and they did not fit. So I had one size. You want to get the long, extra long, I'm not sure what they're called, but they're extra long single sheets, and those will definitely fit your bed and you'll be a lot more comfortable than with a sheet that's stretched to the max on your mattress. The last thing that I do recommend that you bring to residence is one of those shoe organizers. I had a towel bar on the back of my door, so I actually hung a shoe organizer on it, and I kept basically all of my little odds and ends in there, so pens, pencils, if you have bathroom stuff like razors or makeup brushes for girls, all of that stuff. I had tape in there, scissors, you can put anything in them. It doesn't have to be shoes, or you can use them for shoes, but it actually saves a lot of organization space because otherwise your door is just in the way at that point, especially if you brought a lot of stuff. So now for stuff that I think you don't need to bring to residence. Keep in mind that everyone's different, and obviously some people will definitely disagree with me, but these are, I talked to my friends and some of us had stuff in our room that we didn't use all year. So maybe keep that in mind when you're packing. Don't bring everything you own because lots of stuff you will never use. So the first two things are mostly for girls. Don't bring every single formal or semi-formal dress that you own at home, because you will not wear them unless you want to wear a dress out to the bar if you're going there, or if you want to go out to dinner to Milestones or something and you're going to wear a fancy dress, then by all means bring all your dresses. But you might have one semi-formal thing during Frosh Week, and then maybe if you go to a semi-formal during Christmas or something like that. So I think you'd need like 2 and that's it, maybe 3, but don't bring every single one you own if you have like 10 of them. Also, you don't need to bring every single pair of shoes that you wear. Some girls definitely, they'll bring all their shoes and they'll wear all of them. I had lots of shoes that I never wore because you end up wearing the shoes that you wear all the time and you won't need to wear heels that often, like I said with the dresses. So keep that in mind when you're packing. Even all the rest of your clothes, you're not going to wear all of it, so make sure you actually go through it. Another tip I have is don't bring tons of all of the posters you have at home to put up on your walls at school. I know at Queen's and a lot of other universities there's a poster sale kind of at the beginning of the year, and they have tons of cool posters from movies and celebrities and just cool landscape shots and all this like geeky stuff, and they have tons of cool posters. I ended up buying 3 posters at that poster sale, so definitely keep that in mind when you're bringing stuff to put on your walls, because you can go to the poster sale and get a lot of cool stuff there too. The fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is I had a floor mate who brought basically all of the cooking supplies that she could possibly think of, and she hardly used any of them. She had like 3 frying pans, a bunch of cooking pots, like all these different utensils, anything that you could think of, she brought all of it and she didn't really use it. We had a common room and you'd like to think that you're going to cook your own meals all the time, but you're definitely going to end up going to the cafeteria because you'll get really lazy really fast. Another thing that lots of people bring to university is books from home. So just like your favorite books from home or new books that you want to read. A lot of people bring them. I don't think that I brought one, but I had lots of friends that brought lots of just fun books to read and they didn't get a chance to read them. You're gonna have tons of readings between just textbook readings and online readings and all practice problems you have to do, that once you've done all those, you're gonna be tired of reading and you're not gonna want to read anymore. Lots of people will read their own books, but I know that I found that whenever I was done doing textbook readings and stuff, all I wanted to do was just watch Netflix or TV. So definitely don't bring your whole library from home to school. The last thing that I'm going to recommend that you don't bring is extra furniture for your room. Yes, the rooms are a decent size, but they don't have room for you to be bringing like 2 beanbag chairs or a table, or like you can bring your own. I would recommend if you have a special desk chair at home that you really like, then you can bring that one and and the one in your room you can just have your parents bring it home, but just make sure that chair comes back at the end of the year, otherwise you'll get charged for it. But you can bring your own desk chair because you're gonna move some things around for it, but definitely don't bring like a big giant beanbag chair because you're not gonna have anywhere to put it. So that's it for today. So those are some things that I recommend that you do bring to residence and some things that I recommend that you don't need to bring to residence. If you have any questions about packing lists or anything, feel free to leave comments below. I'm going to leave some links in the bottom bar down below of different packing lists that I've found over the years while looking for things to bring to university. Definitely check out those when you're packing it up. The key thing is not to bring everything you own because it's not going to fit in your new room, because most likely your residence room is going to be a lot smaller than your room at home. So I hope everyone's getting excited to go to university or go back to high school or whatever, but I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!